our 13th annual applesauce day, and my daughter just came and brought all the apples. She gets them up from Lancaster County. We have Macintosh, Golden Delicious, and Honeycrisp. So Rob has the tractor and has carried it all in, and we're going to bring it up to the back porch so we can wash them and get them ready to process. So Hunter here is going to be washing our three kinds of apples, the Macintosh, the Golden Delicious, and the Honeycrisp. And then he puts those, he does like equal apples, and he puts them in a bowl, and then he brings them into the house, and then the kids will cut them. So come on in with me. So now the kids have all the apples, and they are cutting them into like quarters or eighths, and putting them in the bowls, and then we're going to take them over to Christy, and she's going to cook them. We are over with Christy on the apples. The cut apples are in the pot. We put about a half an inch to an inch of water in each pot to cook the apples, and then we cook them at like medium to medium high until they're all soft. Just, you know, cook them, test them with a knife to make sure they're soft. And then the next process will be we take them over to the strainer, and we will show you how we actually make the applesauce.
The important thing is to constantly stir your apples so they don't burn, especially if you're sneaking in a little higher temperature and not telling your mother-in-law to make it quicker. But you don't want them to burn. That's the most important thing. So you have to really dig down deep in there and get the pot and stir them around as they cook constantly. You don't want to leave these at all on the eye because they will burn quickly.
Family traditions are the heartbeat of a home. My mom always said, many hands make light work. It's in those moments, working together, laughing together, that we build a legacy that lasts.
I put the stupid spoons that you had in there. Stop. I took the spoons out because I didn't want them in there. You're not. This is not even your job, so go back. You don't know how to stir. You burn them.
I do not.
Yes, you do because you walk away.
That's because you pushed me away.
You have your job over there. You are the little spinner.
Fine, I'm gonna go take a break. Have fun.
You're not allowed to go take a break.
Take our goodies. Our peeler, quarter, slicer, thingamajigger. I don't know what it's called. Strainer. You don't have to get the seeds out. It dumps the seeds, the skin. All the bad stuff goes this way, the good stuff goes there. And you just crank away. Sometimes you find a piece that's not quite cooked enough and it's still hard. So we just take it out and stick it back in.
Ouch, I got burnt. There you go, okay. All right, so now Hunter's my helper right now. All right, so Hunter, set this aside for a minute. I'm gonna put in a bunch more. Hang on. All right, so Hunter's gonna keep cranking and pushing the applesauce very lightly because it's very, very hot, okay? Now once this is full, this 9x13 pan makes about 3.5 quarts, or fills about 3.5 quarts of applesauce. All right, so we have the apples all strained, and I like to taste it. Don't double dip. It's just a little tart, so I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar. Not too much. I won't double dip though. This will be perfect. I'm going to stir it. I like to put a little bit of cinnamon in. And again, just to your taste, okay? Some of my kids like a lot of cinnamon, some don't.
Make sure you use warm jars when you're filling them. We will either keep some jars in the oven after they've been sterilized, or we have them in the boiling water. And we use this cool little, wait, which way does it go?
Nope, the other way. Yep.
This way to grab it, because it's hot. That way it doesn't crack when you put it back in the pot. And then you want to fill it to the tippy top, maybe like a 3/4 of an inch from
Well,
the top.
yeah, about ½ inch from, I think. 3/4, ½ an inch, yeah.
And
A little bit more.
that's probably
Yeah,
perfect.
good.
And then you dry the top of the lid.
Yep, and I'm going to take these over to another area where I have the lids and rims warming. All right, so the next step is to clean the tops of your jars, the sides and the tops. Make sure there's no applesauce on there because you want the jars to seal. I'm going to wipe these off. And I just have a wet, dishcloth that I use. And then I love this. My daughter-in-law brought this. It is the coolest thing. It is just a little magnet that grabs the lids. And a couple years ago, it's all just practice. So during the last 13 years, every year we have learned something new that makes the process go faster. So last year we started to keep the lids and rims in the crock pot, just to keep them warm. And this thing is awesome. You just grab it like that, and you're going to lay it on the jar. It's a great stocking stuffer.
Hint, hint, Rob.
And then you're going to grab the rim, just finger tight. All right, and about 75, 80 more to go. I wanted to show you this new pot that I got, a canning pot. It is a Ball electric canner. Never used it before. This is my first time, but so far it looks like it's really cool. It has a button here that you can just preheat your jars, which I did, and now I'm going to fill the applesauce jars in there, and then I will push next, and it'll go straight to processing.
We had 4 pots for processing simultaneously, allowing us to process 25 quart jars at one time. Processing is simply placing the filled jars with their lids finger tight into a boiling water bath with 1 inch of water above the lids. The processing varies per jar size. 1 quart jars of applesauce are processed for 20 minutes after the water returns to a boil. Pint jars are processed for 15 minutes. When the jars are removed, they should be put aside and not handled for 24 hours. As the jars cool, one by one, you'll hear the unmistakable popping of the jar lids. The suction inside the jar pulls the lid down and creates a seal.
So we'll do a little thing saying that people just can't get enough of Applesauce Day, and here they want to come back but they can't, and all that kind of stuff.
Want to come back so badly. Yeah.
Today we made applesauce, and we made about how many jars total of applesauce?
We have 76 jars.
76 jars of applesauce. You're doing your applesauce, and you're straining the extra juice out with your strainer. This is what we end up getting, is juice. Okay? And this is wonderful stuff. Out of this, now we are making our apple jelly from that. And so we have put this through a cheesecloth and allowed it to drain. If you like it chunky, you don't have to do that. You can use as is. And we started off with 6 cups of apple juice from our pulp that we had from the applesauce making. And you use 1/4 cup of sugar and your syrup gel packet. You will mix that together. And you will stir that in with your 6 cups of apple juice. And you will bring that to a boil. So we cooked our apple jelly for another minute exactly with a rolling boil.
Filling the jars, and then we're going to process them again for 10 minutes.
We make enough applesauce to supply 3 families for a full year, but the process can be scaled down to suit a single household or scaled up to supply enough to feed an entire community.
You don't need all the products we use if you're just making a few jars at a time. You probably have everything you need in your kitchen already. Homemade applesauce tastes far better than store-bought, but turning it into a family tradition is what truly makes it special.
My grandma and grandpa did a lot of canning from their garden when I was young. And when we started this tradition 13 years ago, Joy's mom was with us and we had 4 generations working together. You saw 2 granddaughters calling in because they knew this was Applesauce Day. One is living in Alaska where her husband is stationed in the Coast Guard, the other is in college. One daughter lives in France now and one grandson coaches football and couldn't make it. Regardless, we had a house full, and we know that one day we'll have 4 generations working together again. I'm Rob.
I'm Joy. Thanks for watching.
Please hit that subscribe button and let us know what you think in the comments. We hope to see you again next time.